I still allow my closest friends to come over to my house once a month. Once a month. We have game night at my house once a month.
I'll be honest with you, people. I personally don't like game night. I can't stand game night.
I think game night brings the worst out of couples, especially in my household, because we're way too competitive. We play Monopoly, but I don't like the way we play Monopoly. We don't play it correctly. We allow the negotiations to go outside of the game of Monopoly, for example. Here's how we negotiate. All right, let's say we plan right. Here's how we negotiate. I said, all right, look, you can land on my property 2 times without paying, but you got to pay my apartment ticket that I got in real life yesterday. If you agree to that, that's our deal. You understand what I'm saying? Last time we played, I got pissed because the women got drunk. When women get drunk, women, you guys can get stupid when you get drunk. You got 2 levels, ladies. You got not drunk and stupid. You skip all the space. Like, literally, you just hop over all the fucking space. It's either, no, I'm not drinking like that tonight, or it's, oh my God, I'm so fucked up. It's one or the other. It's, oh my God, I can't believe I got this fucked up. Somebody put one of the Monopoly pieces in my butt. What's he saying? I'm so fucked up. That messed up the game, and I was killing the game. I was destroying the goddamn game. Now, I can admit I'm very childish when I play board games. Very childish. Whenever you land on my property, I make DJ noises. Every time. Every time you land on my property, you gotta pay that. You gotta pay that. My wife was drunk. She landed on my property. I lit her up. You gotta fucking pay that. Daddy, you gotta pay that. Well, obviously, a woman was she drunk, but she tried to talk like she's not drunk, but she's clearly drunk. She was like, ain't even that serious. How much I owe you? What I owe you? I look down. She don't have no money. You don't even have no money. Stop wasting time. Take your piece. Put your piece in the box. Get the fuck up. You lost. Get the fuck out of here. You want to do me like that? You want to do your wife like that? Yes. Yes. It's a game. All I want to do is win. I took a piece. I plucked it. Then I packed that shit. Shot across the room somewhere. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Don't be talking like in a game of Monopoly. She goes, all you want to do is win now. All you want to do is club sometimes. What got to do with anything? What they got to do with the goddamn game? I don't know where Harry and Wayne stood up. They was like, me. Thank you, Jeff, for turning this special night into one more opportunity you couldn't turn down. God, you are such a... And that's coming from me, Jeff. Thank you for inviting us to celebrate the GOAT W. All right, what's that? Wait, GOAT W, greatest of all time, white guy? Ah, fuck yeah. You know, our people don't get many days like these anymore. No, we really don't. Netflix was hoping some trans amputee skier was popular enough to do this, but instead they settled for the greatest white guy alive. It's rare that they let us have a night. They have taken everything from us. Golf, tennis, hockey, and even baseball. Once America's pastime isn't even played by Americans, now they're trading. But tonight isn't about them, it's about this incredible white American man. 2 solid whites. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight isn't just about Tom Brady's dream of securing a future for white children in this country. No, it isn't. Tonight is about celebrating everything Tom Brady, he stands for. He is so good looking. Oh, he is gorgeous. Look at the picture. Who takes this picture? Was he pregnant? This fucking gayest shit I've ever seen. Here, that's you. That's fucking you. He's also... Yeah, he is also relentless. Oh, you can't tell that guy no. And he has that one thing that only so special men have. He's HIV positive. No, that was magic. And it happened right here in this building so much. But what Tom Brady has is that killer instinct, which makes Netflix the perfect place for Tom Brady.
Yes, because if there's one thing that Netflix loves, serial killers. Don't believe us, let us compare him. That's another famous TV, Ted Bundy. He's gorgeous, too. I think I might need him in the hall pass.
Bundy has so many emotional traits that Tom has. Let's take a look. Wait, what's this? This is the psychopath checklist, developed by Robert Hare. It has helped me understand my wife better. And as you can see, Tom Brady checks all the boxes. Maybe they should call it the Brady list. Believe you me, Bert, one day they will.
Glibness, superficial charm. Brady's got it. How does a smile just disappear like that? It doesn't end there, Bert. Grandiose sense of self-worth.
This motherfucker's got it. Well, to be fair, Giselle got half that check. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, fuck you. Oh! Is she here? Brady even has the need for stimulation, prone to boredom that all the psychos have. I'm retired.
I'm not retired. Tom Brady is 100% a psychopath. He's from Northern California, like the Zodiac Killer. He choked a couple times in New England.
Yeah, the Boston Strangler. Ah, yeah, and he chewed up and spat out the competition just like Dahmer. What about another Netflix documentary, darling? Jeffrey Epstein. Well, he wasn't a serial killer. He just had a sex trafficking ring. And unlike Tom, it was a ring he earned legitimately without cheating.
He is an ice-cold killer.
Nobody, no, that was Aaron Hernandez, Tom's best scene, favorite target. Look at this. Just a couple of goofballs having a laugh. Oh my God. What? I just realized it hit me. Tom Brady is just like another famous, not so nice guy. Wait, you mean the notorious team leader who was told he wasn't any good, but he still pushed through and made sure everyone knew his name? You got it, Hitler. Yeah, so alike. The only difference is they look so cute together. They do. The only difference between Tom Brady and Hitler is that Hitler stuck with his wife until the end. At least Hitler had the balls to do what we wish Brady would put a bullet in his head. Stay retired, Tom Brady. You are a terrifying man, and we are so glad you found football before hookers and genocide. Please know these are all just jokes, and we do not want to die, yeah. Seriously, dude, you are the best. Thank you for having us. Please don't kill us.
We really enjoy the live we have.
Please don't kill us, Tom. Thank you, W. Hey, Horian. Hi. How you doing? I'm Bert Kreischer. Bert Horan. And Gracie is in Hoist. Gracie is in Hoist, Gracie. You know Hoist? Yeah, I know Hoist. Hoist is my brother, Gracie. So today, Corey is going to walk you through what it's like to be an ultimate fighter. The bloodiest, most barbaric show in history.
To eat wipes in championship.
That's the only way you can actually come to an answer in terms of what style of martial arts works or not. Is create a venue that can allow these guys to use anything and everything they want. Punches, kicks, strikes, headbutts, elbow hits, anything fighting. If the guy bit the other one, the fight would go on. The reason I came up with the octagon is so the guys couldn't run away. Because sometimes during the fight, if the person's getting beat up, he might think about running away.
Yeah, that's the first thing that goes through my mind.
This is one of my first matches in the United States. In fact, against the karate kickboxing champ, I was able to close the distance very quickly because that's what you want to do in a fight. You want to close the distance with your opponent. See, I would think further away would be better. So what's your opener like in a fight, Dad? What's your opener?
I'll share you soon enough.
I always thought a good one would be finger in the butter, ball grabbing. Okay, now that you got a good sense of the history of this whole thing, let's get you suited up and take you to the Met to show you some chokes and arm bars and locks and stuff like that. Let's have some fun, man. Oh, God. I can't even talk my way out of this. There's something. Yeah, all right, guys, this is Bert.
Hey, how you guys doing? Nice to meet you. Head on, heavy. Head on. Yes, Bert.
Well, what's the quickest way to get me to the ground? How come everyone else's kimono looks normal? It's normal when they do a throw. You just feel. All you feel is like a thug, and then it's silent for a second, and then it's all they put in your. That's it. You guys have a menacing look to you. Just give me a second, wrong. And being afraid of things, it's just a way of, protecting yourself. Your instincts kick in, and you want to be protective. He's in the survival mode. If he wasn't, would make sure to stretch his limitation until he would get to that point. Okay, you got me. One way or the other. The guy's going to hurt. I got deep. I think I mastered the tap out. Definitely, when I tap out, I like to give a quick, okay, that's it. Okay, tap, 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 tap. You don't want to hit just once, because then he might just think, oh, I brushed up against this. You want it. Hey, I know what I'm doing here, Burr. I'm going to let you.
What are you doing? Tap it, tap it.
I know what you're doing, which is called to be an elbow snapper or whatever. The elbow snapper, guess. I wish we had to tap out on all our segments.
How come no one's sweating?
I'm the only one sweating. There's a moment where they grabbed the collar and he started choking, and you fight it. You're like, no, Megan. And I think I was tapping his leg, like, stop it, when he wouldn't stop. And then I swear to God, it was like I just started hearing everything going, it's okay. Yeah, remember what happens is that you cut off the circulation of the blood to the brain. As soon as the circulation is completely cut off, he's going to unplug. There was a moment, I think you can see it in my eye, just a moment where I said, this is really cool. And everyone was standing over me. Like I was like on the operating table. What I'd done is I'd fallen through the mat, and my body was kind of holding on to the head, but dancing a little bit. That was like drugs. How long did I got for? 2 seconds. Shut up. It feels like 3 or 4 hours and you're out. So that's why he had no idea. Well, if you hold long enough, you can actually kill somebody. I want to do it again? No, Bert. I want to see what it would be like. If you're like a crazy person on the street and you're running towards them with a knife, and we'll see what techniques they use to take you down. Let's look up. Run at you with a knife to take him down really hard. Okay. Who's up first? What's up first? I went after them really, like a guy with a knife, like Coley. What's up? Oh yeah, you don't know which hand it's coming from, do you? Went after with an under. It got taken from me after now stab him. I went over with an overstab, and it got taken from me. Okay, here, stop it, stop it. Okay, then I just tried to do a punch. Next thing you know, you're on the ground. So are we cool? The idea now is to bring you a new opponent and see if you can last for 30 seconds without tapping out. Okay, you're good to use the stuff that you've learned today.
I just learned how to get thrown around, though. That should be a good start.
Who's like, call it.
Well, that's Jordan Collins. I'm 14 years old, and I have an orange belt, and I'm going to hurt Bert. Hi, Jordan. How you doing?
I know the handshake move. Come on. How you doing? Bert's gonna be the base guy, I thought.
I think I'll still beat him in 15 seconds. How old are you? 14. Got 30. And I just ate, so if I fart, I'm sorry. My prediction is that he will be crying like a girl before 15 seconds.
All right, ready to go?
Wait, what am
I never learned this part. What do I do? I just start standing up and then see what happens, man.
Go ahead and see what happens. Wait, I don't know where the 7 seconds went, to be honest with you. I mean, because all I remember is like a millisecond of him grabbing me and throwing, I hate to say that. The kid threw me to the ground. I got beat up by a kid, okay? Is that what you guys want? How old is he? For real? I want to see some ID. I was pushing him and I was like, and just like a little kid, I was like, come on. Stop it. Help, I helps resisting. I was reaching for man hair. I was trying to grab onto something, Daddy. You ready? Go for it. Hey. Oh, Mike, go. Oh, guys, got my tap. I can't tap. Okay. That's a little smaller leg to tap out on, but it's the same tap out, that same feeling that he took both my hands. I couldn't tap out. I tried tapping on my foot. Does his face look weird?
It's our last night of partying, everybody. Well, not you. You live here. But I gotta go home and be a dad tomorrow. Yeah, everyone got the stomach flu, and I gotta show up and be daddy on duty.
And I've been partying for 2 days. I'm not ready for it. I'm not a good dad to begin with. I'm the kind of dad like, okay, yeah, the other day I farted in a McDonald's cup and I put my hand on it and I walked it over to my daughters. I was like, girls, you're never going to believe this, but I just caught a few. Now, there's a part of me who was like, is that the right thing to do? When I got him, you know, it's a guy when you fucking got him, they're like, oh my God, because they believe. I'm like, take a look. And they're like, I don't see it. And they start crying. But that's your job as a parent, really, is to explain to them why that's funny. I said, girls, I'm teaching you comedy. Those are the basic proof principle. Is a comedy misdirection followed by a surprise. You thought it was a fairy. You had hope in your eyes when you realized it was a fart. Then look, you made that. That look makes Daddy happy. They didn't get it. You go inside. These bitches snitch on me. Tell my wife, they're like, Daddy's making us eat farts.
That's not what happened. That sounds weird.
Like, we're behind the garage. I'm like, fucking take it. My wife explodes. Shouldn't you do that to a little girl? Well, let me tell you something. You want equality in the workplace? You take a fart to the face. That's how that works.
Happened to every boy in here.
Hey, you want to see what a dream smells like? Sure thing, Uncle Dave. Next morning, my daughters wake me up by the young one, the fucking lunatic, straddling my throat. The big one's right next to her going, Daddy, wake up. I got a joke for you. I open my eyes, and the thumbsucker says, guess what's in my hand? Now I'm fucking panicking. I'm thinking, did she find our gun? How's this going to end? But it dawns on me. Every guy knows what's in her hand. What's in her hand? A fart pom-pom. We've all done it. And if you haven't done it as a woman, try it next time. Take a look at that. Like, I'm almost proud as a parent that I taught her a joke. She's using back on me. I'm beaming with pride when I'm like, I don't know, baby, what's in your hand? She says, a punch in the mouth, bam. Oh, I did not see that coming. I don't know what look I made, but it must have been good because these two fell on the ground and started laughing their tits off them. And then they stopped because they realized I'm not laughing. They're like, whoa, it's a joke. I go, yeah, I got it. They're like, it's funny. You go, yeah, it will be when we do it to your mom. These two, their sense of humor is sick. And I say that knowing one morning, this is a while ago, this is when we lived in an apartment. They woke up at 5 in the morning because they're training to be fucking farmers or some shit. Either that or I'm a meth lab out of their closet, I don't know. I see them laughing hysterically on the baby monitor, like two homeless guys who just found a 22. So let's get haircuts. So I go downstairs. But this is what I see. Isla, my lunatic, the one that she's naked, which isn't weird, I know. You're like, oh, really? No, it's not that weird because I don't wear underwear. Apparently, I told her one time, you don't need to. I don't remember. I guess I told her sometimes you got to let your shit breathe. We only know that because that's what she told her preschool teacher on the swing set in a dress, just airing her shit. Bam. Raw dog in the class. Take a look at that. And the teacher's like, oh, my God, Olive, where are your panties? 4 years old. Sometimes you got to let your shit breathe. So he was naked. George is in a rocking chair laughing hysterically. And our dog is sitting at the end. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I go, guys, it's really early. What could possibly be this funny? Georgie gets out of the chair, goes, Daddy, you got to see baby Ayla's new trick. It is hilarious. I said, what is it? She goes, I don't want to spoil it for you, Daddy. You got to see it, Ayla. Show Daddy. So Ella, my lunatic, my naked one, real quick, takes her finger and shoves it up her ass. Now, hold on. Don't fucking judge me. Don't you dare. It's 5 in the morning. Do you think I saw that coming? Do you think I could have been like, don't think you're an asshole? No. I don't know that the super nanny couldn't have stopped that. And it's already in there. I mean, I kind of want to see the second part of the trick. She takes it out and puts it in the dog's mouth. Now, hey, I wasn't a fan either. She's telling you. I saw it. I was like, what the fuck? What are you guys, Germans? Georgia gets in my face and goes, calm down, it's funny. I guess you just don't get it. I'm like, I'm a frickin' comedian. What part of that trick's funny? Georgia, without even breaking a smile, she goes, we've been doing it all morning and Mona's never figured out his poop. All right, do it one more time. They do it again. The dog comes back. Oh, the finger. What's on the finger? I'm like, shut up. Do it again. An hour later, my wife woke up. I'm like, you got to see Baby Isla's new trick. She's like, what is it? I was like, I don't want to spoil it for you, Isla. Show Mommy and Isla just wham, wham.
And Lightwife's like, what is wrong with you? Like, give it an hour. I think it's funnier.
Dog doesn't know if you guys have been awesome. Thank you. He's Brett Kreischer, and he's Tom Segura, and we're best friends. Did we do it again? I can't get through this. Oh, okay. What'd you have? Politician? Oh, I put cleaning boats in Tampa. There's a spectrum in there. I'm sure it'd be somewhere in the middle. I'm right. You know I'm right. Cleaning boats in Tampa. Hey, crazy. Hey, man. There's some barnacles on the back of that one. Get back in there. Oh. You just write it. Just write it. Oh, hold on. Okay. Taxidermy. I put selling serial killer tour maps. Go. Same. You know, this is where Dahmer lives. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Hold on. Okay. What did you put Gerard Depardieu? I put Gerard Depardieu. Yeah. You guys have a similar lifestyle approach to life. You have fun. Yeah, Gerard Depardieu. It's like, we talked about this before we did it, I know. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to because I don't want to disrepresent your Latino heritage thought. Oh, shit. I didn't think about that, so you don't have to either. It's a lot of writing. Okay, who would play Tom? I put Ethan Suplee. I put Zac Efron. I put Ethan Suplee before his weight loss. I put Zac because we have like a similar like style, like approach. Yeah, I can see that Zephyr shoulder, like shoulder. Yeah. Like him in Baywatch. You know what I mean? Yo. Oh, okay. I'll go. Ready? Yeah, go. You go first. I put Breakfast of Champs. I like breakfast. Okay, come hard. Oh, I'm going to put that in mind. Yeah, true crime doc. Yeah. Treat like brownies or donuts or something. Edible sleep. Okay? I put coffee, burger, powerlifting, pizza, coffee, chicken wings, podcast, coffee, Italian food, edibles, and now come hard. Dude, I think you got me better than I got. That's actually more accurate. Oh, now I'm getting fucking hungry. I went with your breakfast sandwich. Oh, I did Italian turkey with extra mayo. That's awesome. If you get the spicy Italian at Subway and add turkey and ham, yeah, it's like a fucking awesome sandwich. There's your first problem right there, Momo. You can't get Italian subs from Subway. I put suck and stick. I put scream and run because you would do exactly what they tell you not to do. He would scream as loud as possible, run. And then when it was attacking you, you start sucking his dick. He wears those boxer briefs. That is bad. That I know. These are definitely in there. Who would be the first to drink? Burr, definitely me. I'd be like, it's got to be some alcohol in it, right? Hey, if you had a drink, let me drink your piss. I hope you learned something about the power of friendship because we sure did. And so if you would like to learn more about friendship and some wilderness antics, check out my new show, The Cabin, streaming right now on Netflix. Being married, so nice. I never knew relationships were supposed to make you feel better about yourself. That's not really a joke. That's just a little sweet thing I like to say, because I've been in relationships where I got cheated on, like long ones. I don't know if you've ever been in a long relationship where you got cheated on, but it changes your whole worldview. Because like when I was a kid, I used to watch America's Most Wanted, you know how kids do, and I would always think to myself, how could another person kill someone? How could a human being kill another human being? And then I got cheated on, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to do it, but I totally get it. And I don't mean in that way of like, no one else can have you. Like, I don't care about that. It's just creepy you have an ex out there after things have ended badly. They have a lot of information.
Anyone who's seen my dick and met my parents needs to die. I can't have him roaming around strange. The passage of time, I'm not that old. I'm 35. That is not old. But I am in a new phase right before old called gross.
I never knew about this, but I am now gross. I am damp all the time. I am damp now, and I will be damp later.
Like the back of a dolphin, not back. I am slick. The butt part of my pants is a little damp, a lot. I don't think it's anything serious, but isn't it, though? And I'll be sitting at a restaurant, and I'll get up, and I'll be like, what did I sit in? And it was me. I'm gross now.
I've been talking through burps. I never used to do this. When I was a kid and I wanted to burp, I'd be like, silence block. Now I'm trying to like push them down and muscle through them. I'll be at dinner just doing the bread and the seltzer filling up like a hot air balloon. And then I'm like, did you say that you were going to Italy? Because we have a travel agent. She has a travel agent. I'm going to the kitchen. Does anyone need anything Does anyone need to just take a pause? John, I'm gross. I have hair on my shoulders now. I don't even have a joke for that. That's how much I hate that shit. I was sitting up in bed a few weeks ago, like, you know, life, and my wife was rubbing my shoulders, which was very nice of her. But then she started singing to herself, monkey, monkey, monkey man, monkey, monkey, monkey man, not at me, not to be mean. This was a song from deep in her subconscious. I don't even think she was aware she was singing it, but it was certainly not the first time she had sung it. I don't know what my body is for other than just taking my head from room to room. And it's not getting any better. I'm 35, but I'm still like, hey, when am I going to get big and strong? This is it. This is it. It's just going to be this. I'm like an iPhone. It's going to be worse versions of this every year. Plus, I get super hot in the middle of the afternoon for no reason. As I get older, it's tough to not get grumpy. It's tempting. I get grumpy about some things. Like, I can't listen to any new songs because every new song is about how tonight is the night and how we only have tonight. That is such 19-year-old horseshit. I want to write songs for people in their 30s called Tonight's No Good. How about Wednesday? Oh, you're in Dallas on Wednesday. Oh, okay. Well, then let's just not see each other for 8th, and it doesn't matter at all. The weirdest thing when I was like a kid was how much they scared us about smoking weed. They scared us about it constantly. And I've been on tour this year. Marijuana is legal in like 18 or 19 states in some form or another. It's insane. Yeah. Well, all right, don't worry if you're white. It's always been legal for us. Come on, sir. We don't go to jail for marijuana, you silly Billy. When I was arrested with a one-hitter at a Rusted Root concert, I did not serve hard time. I think I got an award. 18 or 19 states. And by the way, I agree. It's a very good thing. But it's also a really weird thing because this is the first time I've ever seen a law change because the government is just like, fine. You know, I've never seen it before, like gay marriage and health care. We have to battle it out in the Supreme Court and be like, gay people are humans. And they're like, we'll think about it. But with weed, it was just something we wanted really badly. And we kept asking them for 40 years, like, excuse me. And then suddenly the government became like cool parents. And they're just like, okay, here, take a little. We'd rather you do it in the house than go somewhere else. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is too fast now and totally unreasonable. The world is run by computers. The world's run by robots. And we spend most of our day telling them that we're not a robot just to log on and look at our own stuff all day long. May I see my stuff, please? I smell a robot. Proof, 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 proof to me. You're not a robot. Look at these curvy letters. Much curvier than most letters, wouldn't you say? No robot could ever read these. You look mortal if you be. You look and then you type what you think you see. Is it an E or is it a 3? That's up to you. The passports have passed. You've correctly guessed. But now it's time for the robot test. That's devised a question no robot could ever answer. Which of these pictures does not have a stop sign in it? Fucking what? You spend most of your day telling a robot that you're not a robot? Think about that for 2 minutes and tell me you don't want to walk into the ocean. I said, come on down. I said, come on down. I have a drum kit and I'm with some musicians. Before I do my show with the First Form, we get to screw around in this amazing space. So I came down and you said, bring your guitar. And we had a blast. You're a great drummer. It was really fun. Oh, yeah, thank you. That was great. That was really fun, comedian. But yeah, we had Dean Del Rey, Michael Devin. I'm trying to remember the people. We had a mix of comedians, yeah. Failed musician comedians and then like real deal guys like Michael plays with. Everybody played in like Whitesnake and all that stuff before all this crap happened. He could play everything. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, yeah. So there's a clip. I wish I could, if I could find it on one of my phones. Van Halen ain't talking about love. And there was some guy had like the Van Halen like tribute guitar and he, was crushing the solo. You came down, would you play Van Morrison? It was such a great time. I think I played Van Morrison, yeah. We ended up playing for like it felt like 3 hours. And I had such a good time. And then when I stood up, I had no energy left and I was like, oh my God, did I just blow it? So you gotta do the show. I had to do the show. But fortunately, the fear of screwing that up becomes like adrenaline. Yes. And I was able to go out there and, hey, I forget what that sounds like, even having like a crowd, so, right? We'll get back to it. Yeah, hopefully we'll get back to it. Yeah, all right, let me make sure I get this. All right? You can see Bill in theaters across the country this summer and fall on Bill Burr, the tour. For full tour dates, visit billburr.com and The Mandalorian, of course. Available on Disney+, massive conglomerate. No one here is getting that money. Bill Burr, that was great, thank you. You really are the whitest person I've ever seen in my life. Yes, served me well. I've never worked for anything. Yeah, I was born on a yacht. It's just all been downhill. I don't even mean it. I don't mean it in a genetic way. I mean like I do you. I'm talking full-on white privilege. I was stunned when I first heard about white privilege. I had no idea what it was. I was like, everybody doesn't get to do this. It seems as if the song never changes, job interviews. Right as I get out of the car, you're hired. Go home. I will see you tomorrow. You want an office? You were on a stand-up comedy tour of the world.
Is it the world?
I think we could say the world. The white world. The white world. If I went to Europe, they just pulled back like I was actually doing that. Was it a racist tour? Well, let's go through the countries. Maybe it was the white. Oh, yeah, it was pretty. That like was pretty white. I went on. What the hell was I? I did England, Iceland, getting whiter there. I started at a corporate at Santa Claus's house, whitest dude ever. Then I kind of did. I don't know. I went to Germany and then, I don't know, Austria. Where were you received most warmly? As far as like them getting me the best, I guess I would call it the Midwest of Europe. Oh, was the Budapest, Vienna, and Warsaw. Wow, yeah. You were like the same kind of idiot that I was. And we just like locked in and I had these great, like I was in Budapest, I was on stage, like, geez, I'd shoot a special here. Yeah, people look great, yeah. They were just going along with the left. And it must be really strange to be popular and well-received in a place where English is not their first language. Yeah, no, it is. But you got to understand that everybody has like Netflix, so all you're getting is just what people that are into you. It's not like I walk around hungry going, hey, how's it going? People look at it. The hell is this guy talking about? Like they don't know me. The people that know me, and then they show up, and that's all I need. So like every person we would see, like for instance, here at the Royal Albert Concert Hall in London where you shot your special. And when I watched it last night, it was great, by the way. Thank you. So, but when you walk out around these English people, there's a lot of people, they're thrilled to see you. That has to, I would imagine that means something more than, you know, going back to Boston. Yeah. No, it's very, very humbling to sit there and be like that. All these people from this far away want to come out and see you. And then that's when you can get in your head and start going like, do I deserve this? What am I doing here? And Royal Albert Hall is beautiful. And it's like, I got a bunch of jokes. Why am I here? Yeah, there's like symphonies performed there, you know, and then I'm coming out. Hey, you ever been going to the bathroom? And blah, blah, just like, so there's a lot of that, yeah. When you travel around, the funniest parts, when you get really far east into Europe, is they get like really like logical. And I remember bombing. I can't remember if I was in Finland or Estonia. I was just bombing and I was just going, my God, what's going on? And like, I noticed their heckles. They were like trying to like solve the problem of the joke. Like you tell a joke and I wouldn't get a laugh. Yep. And somebody, well, why didn't you just say you were sorry? So I was just like, oh, is that what you guys are trying to do? So it's like I had to kind of figure that out. And no, if you get into like countries where they don't believe in an afterlife, you get a lot of that. Very logical. Yo, there's no like, hey man, there's none of that vibe. It's just like this plus this equals that. It's like, all right. That's kind of funny, yeah. You know what I wanted to ask you about, because I know you're a big Patriots fan. Yes, Antonio Brown. Yes, are you excited about him being on the team? We'll see what happens. You never know. What I like is it's a one-year contract. That's perfect. It's like a weekend in Vegas, right? No matter how crazy she is, it's got to end. You're going to be on that Southwest flight.
I think he's going to be good. I don't know.
I think there was a little bit of, you know, maybe seemed like they were finding him, I think. Wasn't there like something in his contract where if they find him enough time, then they didn't have to pay him a signing bonus? I don't know, but it seems like if you miss a practice, then you get fined because practice is part of the thing, yeah? Do you think, like, if he'd go, he's also a Raider. I thought, like, that's what you're supposed to do. Show up dressed like a pirate, threaten somebody's come in with booze on your breath, and then as long as you scored a touchdown, you were fine. That's the way the Raiders were when I grew up, so I was a little surprised. Were you thrilled when you read that he went? He signed with the Patriots so very quickly. And Tom Brady even invited him to come live in his house. Yeah, I know, it's nuts, the whole thing. Every time I think it's over, another good thing happens. Did you take your family on the road with you to Europe for this? I took them to Iceland. Oh, you did? Yeah. So whenever I go over to Europe, we just pick a country that we've never been to, and we hang there for like 7 days, get acclimated to the time or whatever. And yes, we went to Iceland, just you, your wife, and your daughter. Yep. And my parents came over.
Oh, your parents came too?
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot this story. I was smoking a cigar. They have like a center in Reykjavik, and it's just sort of this grassy hill with, you know, some statue of some dead guy. The usual thing, right? So I was sitting there and I was smoking a cigar. This woman approached me. She was just like, excuse me, can you do me a favor? And I was just like immediately weirded out. I was like, yeah, what? She goes, can you push me down the hill? I'm like, what? She goes, can you push me down the hill? I go, is this like some hidden video? Like, you're not getting me, all right? I'm a guest in your country. And she just wanted me to roll it down the hill. So I went like, all right, just post me too. You don't know what you're supposed to do. If I say no, then no. Do I? The hill shamer? Yeah. You know, so it's like, all right, So I'm like, where can I touch her? She's like, way too old to do like 30, okay? So I pushed her and she went, wee. She went down the hill and I thought it was over. I was like, all right. She rolled down towards the street. It's over. And then she got up and she's like yelling up like, it's all wet and I'm dirty. And she starts coming back up, sitting down to talk to me. And I just got all like just weirded out by it. And well, you should have, yeah. Not to say she was from Poland. That's not how Icelandic people are. She went for the old Polish roll. Yeah, you gotta watch out. Well, the special is very, very funny. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix now. Bill Burr, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Click below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you want to be that way about it, don't.
Kevin, what you've achieved in your career is not even scratching the surface of who you are. You are very, not only deserving of this award, but people don't understand what you've done to the business. Do you know how many tickets you've sold since you started doing concerts? I called and checked. I know 500 million. 500 million people watch this man. Stand in front of him and make them laugh. Kevin is one of the greatest comedians I've ever seen. Kevin is one of the greatest men that I've ever known. Hello, Jerry. You bring joy to our environment. People don't know all the things that comedians go through and how difficult, how heavy it is to wear the crown. But man, I swear to God, you do it with so much grace, so much kindness, man. I know every story of all the comedians that you help out. I know how you go back to Philadelphia and support your neighborhood. And I know that inside you feel awful sometimes. But I've never seen it on your face, and I've never felt it in your presence. And I am honored to know somebody like you. I really wish you would have come when I won this award. For office, no. This is not legislation, right? These are jokes by someone who doesn't read. Okay, just everybody relax. Yeah, people put so much on. I know. Now I'm excited to be here. I am. It's very exciting to be doing stand-up outside of my own country. Yeah. No, not because of you. That's how it's become us. Everything's so goddamn every joke you tell it. But what did you mean about that? I didn't go to the gym today. Are you calling me fat? I feel triggered. Gotta fucking apologize to everybody. This is how screwed up my country is right now. Do you know that shit? You know Bryan Cranston, right? That dude did a movie. He played a quadriplegic. And people gave him, be like, why is there an able-bodied person playing a quadriplegic? It's like, it's because it's called acting, you dumb. See, if he was a quadriplegic playing a quadriplegic, that's not acting. That's just laying there saying that someone else wrote where you're still doing a lot of acting too, right? She shot a big movie. Yeah. I shot a Pete Davidson's big movie. Oh, how did that go? Well, I didn't get fired. Yeah. Who knows? Get cut out. You never know. It went great. And it was the first time I got to work with Judd Apatow where I've worked with him in a more like distant way, like I did Pete's show, Crashing, because I think that comes out June of next year. But I got to do an episode of The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau, the new Star Wars thing.
Oh, I gotta see that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What? This is a sports fan meathead who doesn't watch any sci-fi. You're gonna be in Star Wars, just say, I was like, are you?
Are you with Star Wars? No. You know what this is like? This is like when Joe DeRosa met Joe Torre. He goes, yeah, I met this guy the other night. He was somehow connected with the Yankees because he was still managing. It was Joe Tutelage. I'm like, Torre. He goes, yeah. Is he like a big, he makes that face guy? I was like, dude, I'm going to strangle you. I know, right? I'm going to strangle you. Why? He's like, I want to go buy vintage T-shirts. Yeah, so he already went off on me for being in Star Wars. And I told him, I go, this is your payback for meeting Joe Torre. Fair enough, fair enough. What did you do to you? What you wearing? What? Star Wars? I don't know that they are. Like, that's very secretive. This is like how much money's in the Federal Reserve. I don't think I'm allowed to say anything. Yeah, all that Netflix, say anything. Yeah, all that Netflix. I love it. Netflix. If you look at the trailer, you see the back of my bald head for half a second. Oh my God, oh so. I see you're not in a helmet. I love it. My head is a helmet. It would have been redundant. That's like a joke. A hat on a hat. Oh my God, that's exciting. You're a busy guy, Bill. Yes, I am. What about F is for family? F is for family. We're finishing up season 4. Holy, editing that. And that should be out sometime next year. But for you, stand-up will always be number 1. Yeah. Well, you're very generous with comics. I was talking to Tom about how when I was early on the Comedy Store, you were so good to me. And we'll watch sets. Oh my God, when you did that, punchlines and stuff. And it was so cool when you did that bit. She's my best friend. I was just like, I don't think you understand how funny you are. And she just kept booking TV shows and was annoying. It's just like, stop fucking. They're giving you chicken feet. You're a star. Get out there on the tell. You wait till her hour comes out. Yeah. Forgetting all about mine. I'm telling you, there's nobody has a vibe. Like, you're hilarious. And you got this chill, cool vibe that I loved. And then you And you also know how to unleash. Like some comics, you know, when they get loud, then they just stay there too long, yeah. And then it gets annoying. But like, you know how to, like, if you know how to use it, you can just, yeah, you know, blow them back in the seat and then bring them back down again, you know. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. You've always been so good to me, and it really, I was always much appreciated. There we go. We sound like one of us is on our deathbed. I know, yeah. I was going to say so nice to me. What is this announcement you're going to make? Keep my name alive, Fortune. I brought him up at the store a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this is one of the nicest because you're so nice to me. And I mean, you're nice to everybody, but I love you so much. I'm like, he's one of the nicest guys there is. And you come out, you're like, do you really have to say that? I'm about to go rant about a bunch of shit. I'm the nicest guy. The nicest guys ever talk about people in wheelchairs, but it means a lot. It does. When you're a newer comic, you're coming up, it's intimidating. Well, that's because people did that for me, and I didn't forget it. Then I remember what it meant to me. I had one. Dave Chappelle said something to me in the early 2000s. I held on to that, yeah, in comedy condos and hell rooms for like the next 5 years. Dave said I was funny, right? Dave thinks I'm funny. Dave thinks I'm funny. Hear that for me. Honestly, I'm not saying that because you're on your deathbed, but you are. Comedy deathbed. When I'm on the road and I'm in a green room that's, you know, basically a broom closet, I'm like, Bill said I was funny. And it does carry you through those weekends sometimes. You know.
Well, you're so lost in the beginning, you really don't know whether you have no confirmation of the viewer. And there's no, like, roadmap. So you're like, is this going to lead to anything?
Am I doing this even remotely, right? And you don't have blinders on, like I'm just going to do what I find my own journey? No, you just totally, you almost see like, you know, but yeah, what is that guy doing? I need to be doing what he's doing. She's like mapping out his shirt and everything, yeah. What agent he's with, and you're just ping-ponging. Yeah, Joe, yeah. Joe Coy came in here and was like, my street team. Tom and I were like, we need a street team. Why don't we have a street team? You're like, what are we doing wrong? Well, what keeps you going was what I started to learn was just like, well, I started before cell phones. You get in, you just drive back in the next comedy stop in Boston, and then you would find the nearest comic and tell them the story you got. And then, of course, try to top your story about, like, you know, that's nothing, though. One time I had this happen, it just made you feel like, all right, well, I got a story to tell. And then it also made me feel like a comedian. I heard the older guys, you know, telling the stories, and I was just like, I don't have any stories. I went to an open mic, and it didn't go well. Because it was my fault. There was no any, you know, other elements involved. So then once I started doing, you know, rooms outside, and, oh, there's nothing better than hearing about your friends who've suffered. Bill Burr's Special Paper Tiger is streaming on Netflix now. Go and watch it. He also has some big tour dates coming up. Go to billburr.com. Look at all his dates. He's going all over Cosmopolitan in Vegas. And, of course, listen to his Monday morning podcast, one of the best podcasts out there, Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen. Women go to restaurants and lose their goddamn mind. They got to order from that expensive side of the menu, the side with the steak and the lobster. And the Dom Perignon guys like to give him that little warning, too, huh? Ooh, honey, you understand that's the fucking side of the menu? You understand that? It's steak, lobster, and dick. It is a combination. If a nigga really wanted to rape me, what can I really do? Be honest, like, if you get past my scuffle, that's it. I got to take one for the team. That's all I got. If you get past my scuffle, hey, get the fuck off, nigga. Nigga. Ladies, you got to start taking some responsibility for your own miserable life. If you're over 25 years old, you're still walking around here talking about niggas ain't shit. Bitch, you need to grow the fuck up with your irresponsible ass. What you meant to say was all the niggas you fuck with ain't shit. That's right. Needing to figure out what it is about your pussy that keep attracting ain't shit niggas. Might be ain't shit pussy. Imagine if Michael Jackson was from the project. What if Michael Jackson was a pimp? Should be him and Tito be riding around in the Cadillac and shit. Slow down, Tito. Slow down, Tito. Damn! Is that my hobo that's sitting on the couch? Her! Let me out. Come here, girl. I said, come here, girl, with my money. How much you got, Micah? I'm sorry. All I got is a $100 bill. Girl, you've been out here all day, and all you got is a $100 bill. Keep it in the closet. I think Michael's on crack. I bet you Michael's at home. Mike is like, only white folks are shocked when they saw that tape. Police whooping black folks in the black community ain't no new shit. When I saw that, I thought it was a fucking new Timex commercial. I didn't know what the fuck it was. But that's all right, because the brother getting paid, he getting $1 million for every blow. 50 done is $6 million. I'm looking to get fucked up. I'm doing 300 miles an hour in a Volkswagen, yelling out the window, fuck the police, fuck all your bad trade motherfuckers, come over here, whoop my ass, give me my case. The issue was not whether Lorena Bobbitt did what her husband claims she did. The facts about the act were evident. She cut his dick off, drove down the highway, and threw it out the window. Car 11 wants you to proceed down on the freeway, see if you can't locate a dick. She obviously got 20/20 vision. She found a little thing. It was very difficult to find. San Angeles Police Department is actively searching for Mr. Simpson. You know who the real victim is? Ike Turner. Because Ike was the king of the Wolver beater. So OJ took his title. Don't nobody give a fuck about OJ and all that old punk ass shit. Niggas just want to know when is the next riot. Fuck that. With the jury, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder. I want Johnny Cochran in my corner. He was like a magician. If it don't fit, you must acquit. Every prison is filled with niggas, just overcrowded with niggas. One motherfucker gets away. Hey, we got to take a look at the justice system. It's not working. Listen to books on tape or anything like that? No, I can't do that. You can't listen to books on tape. I've never tried. I just can't. What would annoy me? Listening to the person trying to make it sound interesting. You know, with the inflection, with the inflections in the voice and stuff. That would annoy you? Yeah, because I'm defensive. Like, this guy thinks I'm a fucking moron, but it's just like, and then in 1862, read it like a bailiff. Read it like a bailiff, dude. I remember. You know, I have that reference, and the bailiff read the thing. He said the arresting officer asked the defendant where he was coming from, and he stated, fucking Boston. And it was just like, that's what I said. That's not the way I said it. I was fucking wasted. He said, I was trying to remember. He said, where'd you come from? I was like, fuck it, Boston. Guy goes, fucking Boston. You want to get out of the car? And I was like, yeah, I wasn't a jerk. Funny. I was standing there. There's all like these people who mug people, and they were like laughing like, oh, this guy's sticking it to the man, you know? So we pulled the defendant over. After repeatedly asking the defendant to stay in the car, he got out of the car, threw his keys at my feet, and repeatedly stated, lock me up, I'm fucked up. And this was funny. Do you remember the guy who was fucking... He would do a shot. When anybody would puke, he would stand over in the corner and not face them. He was facing the corner. So we started calling him Blair Witch. Everybody got there. So I'm crying, laughing, and then gagging as I'm telling the story. She was like, where do they find these people? And then that just set me over the top. I was like, I don't know, just crying, laughing. But God bless him. The reason why that thing's screaming is because it's biting its back. Okay, that's enough. It sounds like me trying to touch my toes every morning. All right, I'm going to let you introduce the next topic. I don't know where to go with that, guys. Maybe you got eaten by a bear. Like if you get a hold of a regular necks just comply. They just give. Can you please call your next special regular neck? I guarantee no one's going to try and accidentally take that title, dude. I remember there was a fucking guy on the site. I swear to God, he wore the same fucking jeans every day with like no underwear, right? And it had a fucking giant fucking hole right here on his thigh. So I'm in fucking working in the house, and I just remember he stepped over something with his left leg, and the whole fucking hole moved, right? Just like flashed his fucking junk. I was just like, and I didn't know how to stand up to people. And plus, you know, I was the new guy on the thing, and I just was wanting to be like, buddy, how about you put on some fucking boxer or something so I don't gotta look at your fucking junk. And first of all, he's walking around with like a goddamn nail gun. Not like boxers could stop that, but any extra layer of clothing that you could have. This guy's literally like his fucking shit, you know, like an owl looking out of a tree, and yet it's burned into my head. I could pick his junk out of a lineup. All those people are paying to be there. That guy is making, I want to see somebody out there scalping tickets, and he does Vegas too. He does the fucking T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. I want to see the show. Picture of him up there, his eyes open, or smiling and shit. It's crazy. It's a lot of money that guy's making. I used to say he's so full of shit, he can't look at the crowd. That's why his eyes are like, are they still here? Are they still believing this shit? When you're lying. Eye contact is the toughest fucking thing ever, but whatever. He's making people feel good. He's making his fuck. He's in show business. I want to see the show, though. The few times I did movies, everybody told me you just missed it. You fucking missed it. It all ended in 05, 06, and they started getting work in like fucking 09, 2010. They were like, oh my God, they fucking pay for John Travolta's jet fuel. Becoming his own fucking, you know, to do like one of those Hogs movies, like riding on a motorcycle. He'd be okay, you got to pay for my 74-7. They're like, oh, John. Goes without saying, if somebody swipes their credit card number, that's their money. So then they call you up and they just go, hey, Joe, did you buy a ham hock in fucking Vancouver at a strip club? Why? No, I didn't. I was in Burbank. Good. Good luck with that. Has anybody ever bought a ham hock in a strip club? Dude, you've given me every piece of the fucking elk, except that I've got some hammock for you. Well, you fantasize about doing that. Oh, just running away. I don't want to hurt him. The guy's hurt by life. He's so damaged by life. I don't want to do anything to him. I just want to get the fuck away.
I always picture those people, and I have a giant roll of duct tape, and I just put it on there. It's like a cartoon level speed. No, it's cartoon level.
I just put it on their mouth, and I go, and the last one, it comes up and over their head, and then it hangs down. The whole rest of the tape is hanging down over their head, awkwardly. And then I just go back to eating or whatever, and He'd just sit there and slowly take it off. But the only way I could get through that basketball guy is if I already told my wife that he did it, and it annoyed me. And then what I would do is I would just be egging him on, going like, so why doesn't he play him, and just keep going. But then she would start kicking me under the table because she would start laughing. Hi, everyone. I'm Ivanka Trump. She's like Tracy Lord's sister in the 80s. He's got good-looking kids. He does amazing. She's good-looking, too. She's amazing. Hey, good for him. Good for him. Good for him. And if Bill Clinton wants to vaguely look in the direction of a beautiful woman, if you were kind enough to send me a cut of this last month, this is such a wonderful special. Oh, thank you. It is you. It is some other adult guest stars, like people like Richard Kind and Natasha and Jake Gyllenhaal. But mostly it's kids. Oh, yeah, it's me and 15 kids, ages 8 to 13. And why did you have this idea to work with children? I thought it'd be funny, and I needed something to do. And America Sawyer, who you know very well, fantastic writer, amazing comedy writer, who I worked with at Saturday Night Live lot. We always wanted to write for kids. We wanted them to add kids to the cast of SNL at one point and have like a little update that they would cut to. So they go from Seth and Amy to 2 kids, remember? And Lauren was like, we're not doing that. So we had this idea, and then I just started thinking about writing kids talking like me, and I thought, that's great. So there's some of that, and then there's big musical numbers, you know, keep people entertained. And then we also interviewed them a lot on camera, that is, the songs are fantastic, and I'm not the least bit surprised by that. But one of the parts that really resonates is the kids talk directly to camera. You hear your voice. You hear Rhys Thomas, the wonderful director, America's Voice. You know, a lot of what they talk about is the things they're afraid of.
Yes.
We asked them what their biggest fears were, and then were they surprised by their answers?
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I thought, like, it's 2019. I was born in 19. So, you know, like, when I was 7, everyone was afraid of, like, tarantulas, you know. And I wonder what kids in 2019 are afraid of. And, like, you can speculate from the news and everything. A lot of kids are still afraid of tarantulas. And I don't know why. Like, they're really not a thing you come into contact with. Yeah, certainly not in New York City, I want to point out. This is everybody at the premiere. Oh, yes, which is fantastic. They all dressed up. And when I first met you, they demanded that it be black tie. We were on set one day in July, and they went, is there going to be a premiere? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, with a red carpet. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, and everyone dresses fancy. And I was like, all right, yeah, I like this because I feel like when I first met you, you sometimes looked like a kid who was dressed up like an adult. Yes. And it's fun to see you with that. What that actually looks like, yes. This was me on an average show night, yeah. What was it like auditioning them? Oh, well, we started off like 50 or 60 kids. And we would have that, they'd come in and do a song, and sometimes a kid, you could tell, like, oh, she might be good at this type of energy. So sometimes we'd assign them a song, so this very talented young girl, Lexi, we told her to do You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette, and we told her parents, could you ever prepare You Ought to Know? And she came in and she said, I have You Ought to Know to sing by Alanis Morissette, and we were like, great. And she's like, but just the appropriate parts. And I was like, what? And she's like, just the appropriate parts. And I was like, oh, yeah, you forgot. I forgot the whole point of the song. Then we talked to him like just kind of loosely interview style. I had a couple questions. And then there was one round of kids where I'd say, fill in the blank. America has a lot of blank. And so I'd say America has a lot of, and some kids said like hamburgers. And some kids would choke and be like, and some kids would say people. Then this kid, Alex Bello, who's very talented, who's in the special, I said, America has a lot of, and he said, work to do. You've talked. I think it was your last special about how you don't want to have kids. Yeah? You have any I have a couple, yeah. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I'm happy. Sometimes I wish I talked to you. But, yeah, you two have more free time. You talk to them about it, though. I mean, they must have been curious. One time on set, we were holding for a while, and they said to me, so you don't want kids? And I said, no, I don't. And then we had a conversation about it as if they weren't kids. They were like, why not? And I was like, well, my wife and I really enjoy our time together, and I like having my free time to do stuff, and, you know, I think kids are great, but I wouldn't want anything to come between that. And they were like, that makes sense. And they were talking it out. This one girl went, you might like kids? And I was like, maybe? And she went, yeah. And then we were all doing a shot the next day, and my wife, Anna, came by set and walked in. And I went, that's my wife, everybody. And everyone went, hi, Mrs. Mulleney. And then this little girl, this not a little girl, wonderful girl, Camille. Camille turned to me and said, does your wife know you don't want kids? He was late. And we talked to him about it, and he was still late, and he was still late. And he would, even into his late 30s, would say it was the traffic, and it was that he left late, or, you know, boy, that's a tough thing to ask somebody to say. Well, that's going to be him. I was like, yeah, that's not said to everyone. Like, listen, like, don't sugarcoat it. Like, can you imagine being at my funeral, And they just said positive things, and they weren't, like, he kind of was like a little rotten prince. Like, you thought I was mad at you when you just telling me, no, I didn't. But now I'm worried that you're going to think, no, I was thinking you were rotten. No, I was thinking you were rotten. No, I think that I was sometimes a little, I was holding in a kind of tantrum sometimes at the show. But I think we all were. It was a sleep deprivation. It's used for torture. But I think that you had an ability to smoke weeds. I didn't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew other people were mad at me, and that was like, you know, it was the not knowing. Yeah, which is your own. So it's a credit to your restraint, but that's, yeah, but that can be weird. Being hard to read is weird. Yeah, it can be a detriment. It can be good at business negotiations, poker, yeah. Although I don't think I would be able to hold it in poker because I don't know, you know, what's good or bad. I would just be like Jack Queen. But yeah, no, my dad told me, so he goes, this is the best advice I'll ever give you. If you're on a business call and you don't like what the other person is saying, let's say you don't like their offer or you don't like the decision they've reached, just say nothing after they tell you, just stay silent. After a few seconds, they'll go, are you still there? And you go, uh-huh. And then it'll be silent again, and then they will start to backpedal and make concessions because people hate silence so much that they would rather give in than have discontinue. That's a very effective, yes. And when he told me that I was an adult and I thought you used that on us when we were kids, I'd call him and be like, can I see an R-rated movie? You still there? Uh-huh. So, yes. So I would like the speeches to include my faults, and I would like someone to point out that I really enjoyed life. But, like, I really liked it, you know, and again, I'm talking in the past tense. Yeah, but I'm still here. I'm glad you're still here. Thanks, man. And no, genuinely, I'm glad you're here today. And I think the thing, if I was at your funeral, the thing I would say, yes, question. That's it. If you just spoke at my funeral, what would you say is the next question? Is it really? Yeah, my fancy list, yeah, and yeah. And I said this to you before. You said my eulogy to me. No, it's a piece of, I always said, like, I think one of the reasons that people are so happy for your well-deserved success is one, that it's well-deserved, and two, all that time at SNL, you were such a fan of other people, you were so supportive of other people, and I think it meant a lot because everyone knew the minute they met you that you had sort of impeccable comedy taste, and I think that a kind word that you were very gracious with and very generous with, I think it meant a lot to a lot of people. Oh, myself included. I appreciate you saying that. And certainly my life has been a great deal richer since I met you. Yeah, mine too. You know, you also recommended me to audition, which is how I got the writing job, and you wouldn't. If you didn't want me to be a writer, I wouldn't have gotten the writing job. So you really did change my life, and, well, I don't know, I heard Werner Herzog say, I don't know if people change each other's lives, but you made my life better because it was like, I liked being a comedian. It was great, but it was like picking up rocks on the ground. And then you were like, do you want to go to the moon? And it's still kind of picking up rocks, but like it's on the moon. No? Never trying to change the direction in my life. Well, like every conversation we have, I am happy we had it. And I love it. You don't want the last question? Oh, yeah. What's the last question? You ever seen a ghost? No. Has your mom or anything? No, no one. I thought about it when you and Kate Borges when you talked about ghosts. I thought, I don't know. I've never seen a ghost. It's been my go-to icebreaker for a while now. Yeah, normally I like that. By the way, a high school kid at a party with that outfit asks that question. That's what he thinks a girl wants to hear. Stares at her for a while. Can I help you? You ever seen a ghost? Would she go out with him? Is the question at the end of the movie? Fuck! They'd be making out just for a cutaway. That's my go-to icebreaker. If I'm at a wedding and I'm sitting next to someone I don't know, because I get put at a rando table, I will often say, have you ever seen a ghost? And people, if they have not seen a ghost, and a ghost is a dead person whose soul or spirit is now ghoulish and haunting. Ghoulish, yeah. And normally if they haven't, one of their relatives has. They're like, no, but, you know, my best friend's house was haunted. And it's a remarkably effective, terrible icebreaker. Sometimes I use it incorrectly, like I'll be at a party. And I don't know how to act at parties, and a group of people will be talking, and I'll walk up and be like, how's everyone doing? You ever seen a ghost? And then that sounds like you are a ghost. I go, oh, you mean like you have now? Like, yeah, well, you have now. Yeah, I think that's good. It's a place to end it. Should we end it with the cast of Sneakers again? But this time we nail it. I thought it rather discuss the same things, but go on too long about them. That's right. We'll be right back. Wait, I should have. The last word, if I'm dressed like this, yeah, sure. Which camera? Just right over there. Which one? Wally? Oh, so you say the penultimate. Okay. The 4th season of Big Mouth is coming to Netflix later this year. We'll be right back with NBC's Kristen Welker. And remember, always trust your gut. I get irritated very fast. Small things make me mad. This is not a joke. This is an example because I want you to understand what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't like it when people eat and sweat at the same time. I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it.
Like if somebody's eating while they eat, they're like, oh, I'll punch you on the fucking face if I'm there. I swear to God, I'll punch you on the fucking face. Slow down. Ain't nobody gonna take that food from you. Slow down. Okay, you know what else I don't like? Not gonna like it, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I recently realized that I don't have any patience for unattractive people. There, I said it, that's how I feel. I know when you first hear it, it's a blow. It's a blow at first. I ask that you stay with me, okay? Stay with me until the end. I feel like they're very needy. Unattractive people are very needy. They always want something. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. You know where I can? No, I don't. No. I treat them like cats. Get your ass out of here. Get out of here. You're gonna get it. It's too much. It's too fucking much. Let me tell you where the joke came from so you don't think I'm a dick, okay? I was at the bank, right? I get down at the bank. I'm in my car. I'm about to pull out the parking lot. You got to stop at the little parking booth, right? You got to give the guy your ticket. I go to get a guy my ticket. He slide a glass back, sticks his head out. Very unattractive man. Whatever. He sees me. When he saw me, he lost it. He got excited. He's like, made that ugly ass face right in my fucking face. Kevin Hart of my bank. You got to be kidding me. I said, I'm not letting you out here until you tell me why you chose us. Why us? Why you bank with us? Why'd you choose us as your financial institution? I couldn't believe what the fuck I heard. I said, I don't have time for this. Press the button. Let me the fuck out of here. I don't have time. You did it again. Hey, man, you out here too? You tell me. Why us? Why'd you choose us? Why us? Why'd you choose us? Kept saying us. I told you I don't have any patience. I lost it. I snapped. I said, stop. Saying us, you don't got to do with that goddamn bank. This parking lot ain't got shit to do with that bank. Hit the button. Let me yep out of this is when I got mad. He looked me dead in the eyes that I got all day, Kevin Hart all day. I realized he's not playing. He's not going to let me out. I got to answer his question. Okay, fine. You want to know why I chose this bank? Your customer service loan rates? Free checking? There you go. That's why. That's why I chose yacht. Oh, this is what pissed me off. He goes, that's all you had to say with your little ugly ass. I said, what did you just say? Did you just say to me, get your ugly ass out my life? He hit the button, had to pull off. Now I'm pretty. I'm not ugly. You ugly fucking pissed. I stop at Chipotle 2 blocks up. It's a long line in Chipotle. Now I'm even more irritated. I'm only in this long-ass line because of that unattractive-ass conversation. While I'm standing in line, the woman behind me goes, oh my God, today, such a nice day. It's so beautiful outside. I'm about to fucking snap. I'm a loser. I'm a fucking snap. I'm a turn around. I'm going to let this goddamn woman have it. I turn around, I see her. This is by far one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in my fucking life. She was gorgeous. Immediately, instantly, I had time. I had fucking time. I said, you know what? It is a nice day. It's so nice outside. I turned into a fucking weatherman. I said, what we need is rain. We ain't had no rain in a minute. He said, I wasn't even talking to you. Turn her back on me. What the fuck? Oh, no. That is not acceptable. Excuse me. Turned around, what? I just want to know what made you choose Chipotle as your place for lunch today. See, I'm not telling you that. I said I was an unattractive person in that conversation. Guy flipped it on me that fast. Let me tell you something, people. No matter how good you think you look, I promise you that you don't look that fucking good. I promise you something will happen in life to show you that you don't look that fucking good. My wife gave me a reality check. We was in a bed watching TV commercial came on with the little monster from Lord of the Rings. Sméagol. I think that's his name. Sméagol. He was doing this shit right here, you know? Little monster. That's what he did. Sit down. He was doing this shit. My wife said, oh my God, babe, you be doing that. I said, bitch, what did you just say to me? What the fuck did you just say? You be doing that in the morning, bitch. I ain't not getting no shit like that. Damn my God. Damn life. Call me a fucking monster to my goddamn face, Sam. I don't feel like my kid's private school respects my level of celebrity. I really don't. I mean this, I swear to God, I'm not playing. I told you, I'm going to be very honest. It's my fucking household. I'm not holding back. They don't respect my level of celebrity. I'm a very humble guy. It may not seem like it after that sentence, but I am. I'm a very humble guy. What's understood doesn't need to be said. You know who I am, and I know you know who the fuck I am. Don't make me say who I am. They put me in a position to have to say who I am. I go drop my kids off at the school. Teachers come running out, surround my car. Mr. Park, we would love to talk to you for a second. The big fair is coming up. We do this fair once a year at the school. We would love it if you would be the greeter at this year's fair. I gave her a lot of time for her to say I'm bullshitting. She never said it. I said, are you fucking kidding me? No, mister. Oh, it's our biggest fair. We would love it if you would be the greeter. We think you would make an amazing greeter at this year's fair. Now, before I go on with the rest of this joke, I want to make something perfectly clear. First things first, I have nothing against greeters, okay? I don't want to tell this joke and walk outside my house and it's a group of y'all with signs up talking about cancel Kevin Hart because he don't respect greeters. Cancel Kevin Hart because he don't respect the greet. Greetings are amazing people. The job is actually required. I get it. I've actually been hit with some amazing greetings in my time. I went to Walmart. I got hit with a greeting so fucking fantastic. One time, I don't even know where he came from. He just slid in my POV. I walked in. He's like, welcome to Walmart. We're here to get you some stuff. The fuck? Where did you come from, man? He's like, you better get you some stuff. We rolling back prices. Then he moonwalked. He just moonwalked out the way. I said, what the fuck just happened? What just happened here? I was so blown away by the greeting.
Not only did I go get me some stuff, I broke my neck looking for this guy on the way out. I want him to see my stuff. Hey, come here, man. Hey, come here. I want to show you my stuff. He came over. I opened my bag. He was like, oh.
He said, oh, you got some good stuff. Took out his highlighter, swiped my receipts so people knew I didn't steal. He said, you got to make sure you come back and see me again. And I said, are you going to be here? It's one of the best goddamn greetings I've ever seen, man. Of course I'm going to come back and see you again. I'm not shitting on greeters. I'm just saying I didn't have to go that route. I went around that to get to my success. You don't come to me and ask me to be the fucking greeter. I had a #1 movie in the box office at the time. I was on the side of fucking buses. You don't ask me to be the greeter. There's other parents that got kids that go there that are former actors and actresses that you could fucking ask Carlton from The Fresh Prince. Alfonso, that's your greeter? It's right here. That's what you want at the fucking front. That's your greeter. Terry Crews, he got kids that go there. That's your greeter. Pep popping at the front. Hey, 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 welcome to the fair. Who won a ticket? Of the Olympic. Inside of the Olympic Committee, sort of. We got full access, and we got to go to the opening ceremonies. We were in the athletes' pen, the holding pen, right before all the athletes walked out into the Olympics. So we were with like thousands of all these athletes. Everyone's in their country's uniforms. They're all meeting each other, taking pictures and hanging out. And then we walked with them up to the stadium with 60,000 people and 1 billion people around the world watching. And we're watching them as they're about to walk out to the whole world. And that's really cool. It was really cool. And we were so close to walking out. Perhaps you would not have had carte blanche anymore had you done that. Yeah, we would have had carte blanche. Did you get to go out into Korea and to see the country at all? We did. We got out a little bit. David Chang was there as well. Great chef David Chang. Wonderful, amazing chef David Chang, and he's an old friend of mine, and he was there covering the Olympics as well. So we went out to dinner with him one night and a bunch of friends, and that's fun to go out to dinner with a great chef like that. Oh man. And so we go to this Korean barbecue place there. I guess it would just be barbecue, and then we go to he sits down, and I'm like, I'm with the... And you pick your meat before you go up to the table, okay? So you go, it's like a supermarket, but a nice, situation. And then you pick it out. And they don't have any idea who he is. Oh, really? Yeah, they were. There's some dude. And so we go up, and I was like, they don't know who you are. And he just in the middle of the meal then just starts going around the restaurant and grabbing food from counters and other tables and brings it over and just starts cooking his own meal at our table. Is that allowed? I don't know, man. You're David Chang, it is. You can do it. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of fun. You and your great partner, John Mulaney. Is it proper to say he's your partner? He is! Although I think he may have dumped me for Pete Davidson. Oh, no, that's so sad. Well, he's very hot right now. But yes, Mulaney is my dear, dear friend. And you guys are doing a strange show the week after March 19th? Yes, yeah. What can you tell us about this? It is. There was a movie called My Dinner with Andre, and it was Wallace Shawn and Andre Gregory, and it was a 2-person movie. It's just 2 dudes sitting at a table talking. At the time, it was just very experimental. There's just 2 dudes at one table talking for an hour and a half. Nothing happens. So Elvis Mitchell, who puts together a bunch of live reads in L.A. for Film Independent, asked me and Johnny to do a live read of My Dinner with Andre. And based on the audience response, I think wild people are going to go crazy. I would guess that 90% think it's Andre the Giant. I would love to have dinner with Andre the Giant. Yeah. I got some more bad news for you. I'll tell you after. Nick Kroll, hello, everybody. Olympic Dreams this Sunday at South by Southwest. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and I am not allowed to eat this cookie until you click the subscribe button. So please click now. I'm hungry. I had catastrophic diarrhea this morning, and I just found out that not everybody does. Here's how I found out. We moved My wife and I moved to a new place. In the new place, the living room couch is closer to that bathroom than it was in the old place. The second day we're there, I go in there, I do my thing. When I walk out, my wife is no longer sitting on the couch. She's now standing holding car keys. And she goes, do you need to go to the hospital? I go, for what? She goes, for what just happened in there? And I go, what just happened in there? She goes, is that normal for you? I was like, I don't remember what happened. So I guess so. She goes, Jesus, how often do you shit like that? And I was like, every day. She goes, oh my God, is there blood in there? There could be, I don't know. I just go blap and I hit flush. She goes, you don't look at it? And I go, where am I supposed to look? It's everywhere. You want me to look at each individual piece? No. I paint the bowl and then I wash it away. That's how I found out at 34 years old that not everybody has diarrhea every day. I feel like, you know, wives have to get in one last jab too. Because first of all, this wasn't even an argument. This was a conversation. And she won the conversation, okay? She did. So, Liza. I feel horrible about my digestive system. You went and settled, I'm sulking on the couch. She's going to leave this day, right? And she stops at the door. She's leaving the house and she goes, you know, you're probably going to die. And I was like, cool, babe, have a good day. I'll see you when you go home. You know, we are when we welcome a guy like this onto the show. Welcome Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Daniats, XVLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. So, okay, this guy, I didn't want to know anything about him before he came on. I thought there's a lot of mystery behind these sunglasses. I started asking him some questions like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. So this is one big surprise coming up here. So I first want to welcome you, tell you I think you have the coolest style of any comedian that has come on the show. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. This is your look. Normally, this is how I roll. Yeah. Coming from Ohio, being from Cincinnati. Like, where do you kind of get your inspiration? I guess from your clothes, you know, from the streets mostly. You know, I travel a lot. I'm a SoCal guy now. I just picked it up from, you know, fighting people, you know, beefing. Like, I got this, you know, I don't know, beef. Well, I heard you had some beef with Crazy Lokes. Is it yet? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Lokes. So he's this rapper from San Jose that has been, you know, challenging me on YouTube wanting to fight. And, you know, he, like, physically fight. Yeah, he wants to step in the ring, and he's been working out, like, Target and a Walmart training and stuff. And, you know, I just want him to know that I've been in Home Depot and Staples, and I've been throwing around, like, 2x4s, and I'm just ready to get down. I just want him, you know, and saying I want him to know, you feel me? Don't talk about, you know, and saying that I'm ready to do this. So whenever he wants to step in the ring, we can get down. All right, well, that's his challenge there. We just put that out there for the world. I want the whole world to know that. Just reach out to Crazy Lokes, and we can do this whenever he wants to do it. Okay, well, I don't want to mess with you. Do you do this with other comedians, too? Do you get into these? I mean, if they want to feel these hands, yeah, they can let me know, and I'll let them know right back. You know, I try to keep it, you know, pretty easy. Most of the time, if I'm DJing or if I'm you DJ as well, yeah, I'll be DJing this weekend here. I'm going to tweet out the location for a pop-up show. It's all about bit snips. I'll be after the stand-up. I'll be doing some sets. Oh, so you do it all? Oh, yeah. What else do you do that I'm not aware of? Gymnastics, I do that. I mean, I hear you laughing, but I'm actually pretty damn good at it. Really? Yeah. I mean, I could do, if I wanted to, I could do 6 flips right here, right now. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. If we didn't have these cameras right here, I would challenge you. And I want to pay that. You don't want to pay the cost effect. So gymnast as well, gymnast. I'm an animal trainer. I train dogs. I can train. I'm actually one of the few guys that can train cats, too. So a lot of people, what's the coolest thing you've trained a cat to do? Probably answer a phone. Not like Mr. Jinx with the flush in the toilet. Did they know how to do that, too? I trained a cat. If he hears a phone ring, flush the toilet. Yeah. He can hit the speakerphone button. I like this guy. Because you can't tell what he's serious. What? Just joking. Is that what that's what your comedy's like? We see your hand. We've got a minute to wrap this up. I'm okay. Well, so what? That means we still have a minute to get some really cool things out there. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. You work with your wife very closely, too. Yes.
How does that work?
Because she's a comedian as well. She's a person and she's a living human woman. She allows me to touch her and she likes me. So we have a good relationship. I made a baby with her. Wonderful, consensual. Everything was cool. And we love him. He's our son. He's already training right now. He's 15 weeks old. I got him lifting. I got him doing push-ups. He's going to be something that you don't want to mess with for sure. You're going to be a big deal. Well, he's going to take after you, then challenge all these rappers and comedians out there. Don't mess with this man, Lokes. If you want to step up and get hit, you know what to do, man. Meet me at the Home Depot on 6th Street, downtown LA, Monday at 3 o'clock, and we can see what happens. I'm sure he's watching too right now. Guarantee you he's watching. You know, Tom Segura here. Well, this is a very different look for you, I must say. I don't even know who that is. So that guy's down at Hilarities tonight through Saturday, right? That's right. Go check him out. That's more like the character I do. That's the old school you, okay? This is the new you. How much does this thing weigh? Sorry, can I? Yeah, good. Okay. That's some heavy-duty stuff there. It was $18,000. You're living the dream. Living the dream, bud. Thanks for being here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Cleveland. Shout out to the Greenhouse Tavern. Good place, huh? It's a spot right there. Awesome place to go. All right, go check them out this weekend, guys, at Hilarity. Still to come on New Day, Cleveland, we are toasting to some warmer weather. Easy recipes for spring spritzers. You might want to stick around and get a spring spritzer. I would love a spritzer. All right, what is that? What's a spritzer? Drinks right over there. You know, nice drinks for the summertime. I'll have one. Okay. Then, come on. That's 8. It's 8. And the best is, I go, so how does this work? Because he shows me this beautiful penis. You know, I go, this is fantastic. I want this in my life. And he goes, well, we'll shave you down. We have this thing, and it has, like, extra skin so that it sits flush on you and it's glued to you. But on the backside, there's a little hole. I mean, a little hole, and he goes, and that's where you put yourself. And I go, I don't know if I'll fit in that. And he goes, he'll fit my heels right. Well, no problem. Yeah, he just sized you up. Yeah, sized me up. He knew. Did you get to hang on to the penis, or is it? They even gave me a backup. They go, we made 2. We gave back. You know what my grandma always said? You can never have too many penis history upon. Well, the show is called Bad Thoughts. It premieres May 13th on Netflix. Tom Segura, everybody. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Crack Guillermo. Do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now? 20 million, that's right, yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million at one point. What's up with those shoes? For me? What color are they? What color? Yes, black. Come on, you've been listening. You've been listening? No, we've been having a debate all morning because Yorian is wearing the same shoes about whether they're navy blue or black. Look at them next to your black pants. They're black. Your socks are blue. Yes. We're not. But it's not about the shoes, Black. All right, well, that's it. Tom Segura settled it. I have a podcast, too. Dude, you know what a podcast is? Yes. Well, why'd you take it like that? Because some people don't even know. I know. Some people don't know blue from black. A podcast is... I just realized recently that I definitely need a hobby because I don't actually do anything. Like, I do this sometimes, and that's it. You know, the same goes for all comedians. We're either doing shows or in hotel rooms. And that's a lot of time to kill. And the truth is, you can only watch so much porn before you're like, all right, I'm going to watch some more. But right now it hurts. I got to find something else to do. I can't describe how bad bombing feels to somebody. Imagine if a girl said, you got weak dick. And then, like, as she said it, another girl walked by and was like, he does. What the fuck? This is like a never-ending line, yeah. And then a whole bunch of them were standing around, be like, you're chatting in unison. Oh, like, weak dick. I go to one of these horrible fucking morning shows. 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, the moms taking care of their babies are not like, I'm going to go see this. It's like it's not the right place to publicize stand-up, which is why you did start during the character called DJ Dadmouth. Comedian Tom Segura, a.k.a. DJ Dadmouth, Dadmouth. It's all about the after party, man. I mean, I want to give a shout-out to Kim and Yara Mays and Throatzilla. Yeah. Let's talk about rain real quick, man. Over here, Cedar Rapids here, man. You got a little over an inch. That's nothing. If that's not expensive, man. Y'all are wet, man. It's so easy. What is this deck? Decorate. They have no rain. Or that you just felt lazy. You didn't putting in the total. So we welcome them in this morning. Good morning.
What's up, man? Shout out to Mercer. Shout out to the Bristol stool chart. I had number 5. That's soft blobs with clear-cut edges.
Because I need fiber. There you go, Tom Segura. They call me duct tape because I always have it on me. You know, like MacGyver, it fixes everything. I'll duct tape your mouth shut. I'll just, anywhere that you have a hole on you, I'll put duct tape on you. Put duct tape on it. I duct taped your ass today. Oh, Skycam. Oh, look at this. We'd like to thank our sponsors at Orton Homes. Yes. If you're looking for a house and you have money, contact Orton Homes and they'll help you get it. And if something breaks, we'll put duct tape on it. Now I got to ask about the get up here. You were expecting a blizzard in Syracuse, obviously. No, it's just how I roll, man. I roll like this in July. Yeah, I don't care if it's humid. I don't care if it's 10:01 5. I wear fur because there's an old saying, happy hoes eat, sad hoes don't. And I try to stay happy. Oakland, Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Danias XBLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. What's it like at home? It's it's not a lot of laughs, man. A lot of smells. There's a smelly house. We have a baby, kids, baby, one kid. But he felt sometimes that all you need, that's all it takes, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of action in the home, too, you know? Like, I got kids that she doesn't know about. So sometimes when she's out of the house, I'll bring other kids over. Hour-long special is right now on Netflix. I said by Netflix, tell us a little bit about the special I watched it last night. I was telling you a story off air. Start off, it's hilarious. And then you go into some stories where my girlfriend's outside of the room, and she goes, huh? He said, what? What did he say? Yeah, it's dirty, but it's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, your girlfriend, here's what I've been trying to figure out. I got into online shopping recently. I guess that's a thing. Here's what I've been doing, though. I shop for things that are, like, way out of my price range. And then after a while, I go, oh, yeah, I can't afford that. Like today, I was looking at yachts online, and then I was telling myself I didn't want them as if they were an option, you know? I was like 55 fifth. That's not even big enough for all my friends and family. I'm not getting that shit. Fuck am I doing? You ever do that? You ever go down like a rabbit hole online, and then like 6 hours have gone by, and you're like, I'm shopping for the private jet that best suits my needs? I think I found this is it, right here. The G550. How much is this place order? $53 million. Well, maybe not now, but maybe later I'll just bookmark that shit. You know what that is? That's a sense of entitlement. That's me thinking I should be associated with this thing and I haven't earned it. I have. Neither of you, but also me. I get that feeling the most when I get upgraded to first class. Yeah, I fly every week. I never buy first class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much I get bumped up to first class. And I'm telling you, the moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, look at these fucking poor pieces of shit. Ugh. So much better than them. Don't stand next to me. Ugh. Dude, I dare you to try to come up from coach and use the first class bathroom. When I'm there, I'll put my hand on your chest, okay? There's a pig trough in the back. That's for you guys, for the big ballers up front. Some people buy first class tickets. I always feel like they know you got upgraded. They always give you the look like, by the way, we fucking know. You can sit up here, but you're not like us. God, it's so weird, people. People ask me, like I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like, people come up to me and they're like, hey, you travel a lot, right? And I'm like, yeah, where should I go? I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, hey, man, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation? Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, oh, I hate the Asian world. And you're like, oh, shit, I didn't know that about you. Yeah, I killed like 4 of them. What are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah. Now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer, Sam. I met Kevin. I met Kevin on the set of the movie Death at a Funeral. Yes, sir, Death at a Funeral. I met Kevin. I had seen him. He had a special on Showtime, and it was a bunch of young comedians. And Kevin and I think we had like a lunch break or something. And Kevin came up to me and asked for advice. And I'd seen him, and I don't know. I gave him some advice. And it's weird. He's the only guy, Kevin Hart, and as I say, sorry, only guys that ever listen to me. And he literally did exactly what the fuck I told him. I looked at him. I said, yo, man, you're really funny. But your problem is you're competing with these other comedians. They are not your peers. You're better than all of them, but you need to get out of their circle and develop your own voice. That's what I told him, right? True story. I swear to God, within 800 days, Kevin Hart was a bigger star than me. Within 800 days, he was taking parts from me. He's in a movie with The Rock. My last name's Rock. How the fuck he get the fucking parts? From now on, when I see young comedians, they ask me for advice. I just say, shut the fuck up. I actually want to tell a true story about the first day that I met Kevin Hart, because I think it's very telling about his personality. I'm a rapper, and I was booked to perform in Las Vegas at one of those super trashy daytime generic Las Vegas pool parties. That's where Kevin Hart decided to have his actual bachelor party. I think he just likes being around those lowest common denominator type of people that love all his movies and stuff. I think he just likes that vibe. I don't know why he was there anyways. I hadn't even met him yet. I was on stage rapping, you know, really in the zone. I heard the crowd roar. All of a sudden, I assumed it must have been because I had done something cool. But I turned right, and no, it was actually because Kevin Hart jumped on stage, microphone in hand, and actually performed with me for the entire duration of the rest of the show. Which, look, I grew up in Philadelphia idolizing this man. So it was a total dream come true to have this guy materialize out of thin air and meet him right there on the stage. Very cool moment in my life. As years went by, I took a step back and really analyzed what actually occurred that day. The audacity of a man, having never met the performer, to just assume that everyone wants him to just jump on stage and interact. It's totally ridiculous. The way to carry yourself and live life. I don't know how he does these things or gets away with it, but he does. And it's incredible, Sap.